I'm Cal Brook, the IBF World Welterweight Champion, and you're watching Behind the Gloves.
Both you guys have proven that you can take a punch and get back up. Do you think this has the potential to be a really entertaining fight?
Yeah, it is going to be entertaining because obviously, you know, having a style that I have, you know, and having a style that Chris has, there's going to be a lot of punches thrown in this fight. There's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of, times where I'm going to be coming forward. There's going to be times that he's going to come forward. You know, it's going to be more of a boxing skillful fight. It's going to be like a game of chess at times, but then might turn out to be a fight. So the fans will enjoy what they watch.
Because he was down back in this part of the country fighting in this arena.
I love coming to New York. You know, I had a good performance against Paulie Malignaggi over here a couple of years back. I had my first fight in America in New York, so I love coming back to America and coming back to New York. But yeah, coming to the Barclays is something I've always wanted to do. You know, I speak to CEOs all the time, and they've always said, Amir, when are you going to fight here? I've come to other fights here, but never had a fight here myself. So I'm very excited to put on a good performance, and I've seen how PBC put on shows over here. So I'm quite excited to have my first PBC fight.
Because he was down 6 times in his last fight against Pacquiao, do you want to test his shit at all and maybe see if you can have a similar...
Look, Pacquiao's a great fighter, and obviously Pacquiao did what he had to do in that fight. We were very different stylistically. Pacquiao was a southpaw, so I don't know if that maybe caused Chris Algieri problems. I mean, Chris is 100%, you know, he's won all his fights against orthodox fighters. I'm orthodox, so he's going to bring something else to the table. But you know, I'm a different fighter to Manny Pacquiao. I know he's been down a few times, but I'm not really focusing on that. I'll focus to work the full 12 rounds with a high work rate, and my fitness is ready for the full distance. So if we go the full distance, we're going to be there.
Man, with all due respect, did you happen to see the Pacquiao Mayweather fight? And if you did anything surprise you about the fight?
I saw the fight, I was there, but you know, I knew Mayweather was going to win with his reach and size. Mayweather's a big guy, you know, and he's very long with his punches, and I knew he was going to win that fight because I've sparred with Pacquiao before, and I knew that what will give him problems is what Mayweather has.
The fact that Chris is facing you so soon after he lost to Pacquiao, is that to your advantage? The fact that he's not going to get to another fighter just going in, you know, against a world-class fighter like yourself right away?
It shows how serious he is in the sport of boxing, because obviously if he doesn't want to take a tune-up fight and he wants to be back up there fighting the top guys in boxing, then you know you have to respect him for that. And I think, you know, he is a threat because, you know, obviously he thinks he sees something in me that he can beat me with. So I have to be 100% on my game. You know, where he might be thinking I'm looking past this fight. I'm not looking past this fight. I know this is a serious fight for me, and Virgil, my trainer's been drumming it in my head that look, you need to get past this fight in good style. You need to look good. It's not only about only winning this fight, it's all about winning it in good style, looking really good in this fight, and putting a great performance on and sending a statement around the world how good Amir Khan is.
You have a history of coming out into the ring with flash and pomp and circumstance. A lot of people say that detracted away from your style. Do you plan on doing that coming into the ring?
I mean, we're gonna do what we normally do. You know, like I normally fight, how I come in the ring, how I start my first round. Everything's gonna be the same. It's always worked for me, and I'm just gonna stick to, you know, the way Amir Khan fights. Obviously, I've changed a lot of tactics. My last 2 fights were against southpaws, so I had to change up a little bit by fighting an orthodox fighter. And so Algieri's a good boxer, moves well, boxes well. So it's all about beating him at his own game, really, and I think I have the skills to do that.
Amir, you win now. Rematch with Danny Garcia? Can we see that?
Yeah, I love that, yeah. I love that, yeah. I mean, that fight is something in the future that could happen for sure. I mean, I'm 147 now, which is I'm a lot more comfortable at this weight, whereas before I was killing myself making 140, but this is a good weight for me, and I'm quite excited what the future will hold for me once we get past this fight.
You've acknowledged that you've made some mistakes before in certain fights, right? Yeah. Partying too much before the last fight. Do you feel like you're a more mature fighter now?
I mean, I don't think it was the partying or anything. I think what it was is, I think, not training in between fights. When I'm in camp, not working on a strategy that is going to make me win the fight, and not being as serious. I think now as I'm getting older, you know, I'm 28 now, and I can't really afford to make any mistakes now. I'm at the peak of my career where if I make any mistakes, then I think I'm done. So I don't want to be going back a step. Look, if I get beat by Algieri, forget about all these big fights that are out there for me. That's why I'm so hungry for this fight. I can't let anything go wrong, and I need to be focused.
So do you expect us to see the best Amir Khan we've ever seen?
Yeah, definitely. In the last few performances, you've seen a good Amir Khan, and at this time, you're going to see the best Amir Khan come Friday night.
Hey Fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.